Right here, out. Protect them out. We put the work in. Let's finish. Come on, man. Let's do this. Family, I'll do 1, 2, 3.
You see, we dream chase, cause that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable. Now look at us.
What's going on, Eagles Nation and TMTP family? Welcome back to another episode here on the Main Thing Podcast Presents. It's your boy, Mr. Owens, and after further review, the call stands. I'm still official with no stripes. So, Eagles family, with day 13 of training camp in the books, the team is gearing up for joint practices with the Cleveland Browns over the next 2 days. Tuesday's session was the latest yet, a non-padded workout lasting just 57 minutes, so just under an hour. But even in a short practice, there's plenty to break down. Don't worry. Today, we'll cover the latest injury updates, roster moves, depth chart shifts, position battles heating up, standout player performances, and what to expect from the upcoming Browns joint practices. But before we get into all of that, let's continue to do all of our part. Let's continue liking these videos. It helps with the visibility in the algorithm. Disrespect the comment section, share and subscribe to the community and the content. And last but not least, don't forget to turn on the notification bells and keep your ears and eyes peeled to the streets like your local neighborhood watch so you don't miss when me and Big Huss continue to drop this pressure on y'all. So let's get into housekeeping, the injury report and roster moves. Now, these key players were either sidelined or limited, but did not practice was Landon Dickerson with a knee, Elijah Cooks with a shoulder injury, Kenyon Green with a shoulder, Gabe Hall with a shoulder. And now for the limited participants, Zach Billboard Bond with the back, AJ Arthur, Juan K. Brown with the hamstring, Montrell Johnson also with the hamstring, and Byron Young with a groin. Now, Landon Dickerson is set for surgery on his right meniscus, but there is optimism that he'll be back for the opener. That's a huge relief after his injury Sunday at the link. We all can agree that when we got that news, it was a big sigh of relief because Landon Dickerson is a valuable key member of this team. Now, Gabe Hall, who's been having a solid camp, left practice early Sunday and missed Tuesday. Meanwhile, Johnson and Byron Young returned on a limited basis. Good signs after both of them missing multiple practices. And in some other roster moves, the Eagles waived long snapper Christian Johnstone and signed defensive tackle Justin Rogers. Charlie Hewlett, the veteran long snapper, returned to full participation after missing some preseason work. Now let's switch over gears into the offensive line and depth chart updates. With Landon Dickerson out, veteran Brett Toth moved up to first team left guard. Toth has been with the Eagles since 2019 and has filled in for Dickerson before, so the team is relying on his experience, of course. Darius Kennard is also another key player in this as well. He previously was on the right side and took over as the second team left guard. Here's a quick look at Tuesday's offensive line set. So the first team was Jordan Mailata at left tackle, Brett Toth at left guard, Cam Jurgens at center, Tyler Steen at right guard, and Lane Johnson at right tackle. The second team offensive line consists of Kendall Lamb at left tackle, Darian Kennard at left guard, Drew Kendall at center, Trevor Keegan at right guard, and Matt Pryor at right tackle. And then the third team offensive line unit consisted of Miles Hinton at left tackle, Laken Vakali at left guard, Trevor Keegan at center, Holland Pierce at right guard, and Cameron Williams at right tackle. And now with the receiver group, with A.J. Brown, Arthur, Juan K. being limited, the top target remained Devontae Slim Reaper Smitty, Jahan Dotson, and Johnny Wilson, who has been coming on as of lately in this 2025 training camp. Now, some defensive depth chart and position battles. The defense has some interesting shifts as well. Now, rookie safety Andrew Makuba got first team reps next to Reed Blankenship. This is the first time he's been ahead of Sidney Brown since day 2. Let's keep that in mind. Makuba's working his way back from a shoulder injury, and this competition at safety is definitely one to watch and keep our eyes on. At cornerback, Adoree Jackson started opposite of Quinyon Mitchell, holding that spot for the 8th time this camp. Keely Ringo saw first team reps later, while Jacorian Bennett continues to work his way into the mix. Now, the linebacker reps feature Jahan Campbell and Jeremiah Trotter Jr. as the first team starters. Zach Bond remains limited, as I mentioned, so Trotter is getting some valuable work with Smile Munden as well. Defensive line remains anchored by Nolan Smith, of course, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Moro Jomo, and Josh Uche. Now let's hop over to QB1 and some offensive highlights. QB1 was razor sharp during Tuesday's session, completing all 8 of his passes. He threw some in a tight window darts, including a highlight reel throw rolling to the right and hitting Goddard while under tight coverage by Quinyon Mitchell. QB1 connected repeatedly with Devontae Smith, as I mentioned, with A.J. Brown being out. Devontae Smith is an integral part in our offense, so he was virtually unguardable, making impressive toe-tapping catches on routes from the slot. Now, QB1 and the Jahan Dotson connection and chemistry is heating up. That is something that stood out at practice today. Jahan Dotson had a perfect sideline catch against tight coverage from Mac McWilliams. So that is good to see, with Jahan getting here a week before the season last season, and now having gone through that season here with us, and then going through the offseason with QB1. That chemistry and that bond should be growing tremendously. So look out for Jahan Dotson to make some plays for us this season. Now, the running game flashed as well, with Saquon Barkley breaking off a textbook run behind the right side of the line, capped off by a celebratory first down signal from Pave the Lane Johnson. I love to see the offensive camaraderie. I love to see everyone playing for one another and wanting the best out of their brother and their teammate. Now, EJ Jenkins, who we mentioned previously in a video, who has been having a quiet 2025 training camp as opposed to last season in 2024, he made a leaping contested catch late in practice and showing the special teams potential that he can help make the roster. So now that's a way for him to possibly get that tight end 3 spot, contributing on special teams. That is definitely a way for you to keep a job. Now, just to some miscellaneous notes and just some observations that I have been seeing around the web. Kick returner combos to watch are Will Shipley and Avery Williams, Anaya Smith and Keelan Robinson, A.J. Dillon and Shaderick Powell, Darius Cooper and Giles Jackson, and finally Taylor Moron and Keelan Robinson. Now, some rough moments in practice came from the third team offense, with some miscommunication issues and missed assignments, leading to Coach Nick Sirianni voicing frustrations. Now, that is what I love to see from our head coach. Not only does he hold the standard high for starters, but he also holds the standard high for the backups. That is why our team is so great and so dominant, because you're only as strong as your weakest link, and Nick Sirianni makes sure that we hold that standard and hold everybody to a commitment of excellence. Now, a fun tidbit that was posted about practice was Delaware State coach Deshaun Jackson and Norfolk State coach Michael Vick held a dual press conference after practice to promote their HBCU matchup coming to the link on October 30th. It's cool to see former Eagles making waves in the coaching ranks. Definitely good to see both of those legends coming back to Philadelphia and coming on different terms, now both being head coaches. We wish and hope the best for them and their career and their endeavor. So now what's here on the schedule next for the Eagles is Wednesday and Thursday joint practices with the Cleveland Browns at the NovaCare Complex, kicking off at 10 a.m. These sessions will be more intense and give us a better feel for where the Eagles stand against some solid competition. On Friday, it's a walkthrough closed to media. Saturday is game day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. It's the Eagles versus the Browns preseason game at the Link, and that will be a 1 p.m. kickoff. And finally, on Sunday, it is an off day. So now expect to see some position battles intensify, especially at the cornerback position, safety, and offensive line. And for QB1 and the offense to continue to keep building momentum. Now, that wraps up day 13 and the outlook for joint practices with the Browns. Drop your thoughts below. Who's standing out to you and what battles are you most excited to see? Make sure that y'all stay tuned in this week as we break down every rep and reaction from these crucial practices and the preseason game. Eagles family, y'all already know what it is. Again, to our loyal supporters, thank you for your continued support. To our new supporters, welcome to the community and the family. Let's continue to do our part as always. Continue to like these videos. Again, they help with the visibility in the algorithm. Disrespect those comment sections. Share and subscribe to the community and the content. And last but not least, don't forget to do this. Make sure to turn on the notification bells, also known as the Liberty Bell looking thingy, so you don't miss when Swoop comes out with the Eagles news and updates. Now, all right, y'all, it's definitely been a pleasure chopping it up with y'all today. I hope that you all continue to have a blessed rest of the day and finish out this week strong. If you don't know by now, I go by Mr. Owens, and this is the Main Thing Podcast presents, where we keep the main thing the main day. And until next time, y'all.
It was I was gonna make a lot of money doing what I wanted to do. I went after it, and it was a struggle to achieve it. But you know what? I caught that bitch. Dream chasing.